Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be flipping through my second bullet journal, which is my 2020 bullet journal. I have already flipped through my first bullet journal. I will put a link to it in the cards, and I will also be flipping through my 2021 bullet journal next. And the whole point of flipping through these is I'm getting to the point of why I am changing to Hobonichi, but I thought that I would just flip through these in separate videos just so that they're here on my channel for anyone who's just interested in bullet journaling and different spreads. So I decorated this one with stickers, which I actually did at the end, and I thought this one was really cute, just like writing, so I actually put it on my next bullet journal. But yeah, I basically, at the very end of December, I started ordering stickers off AliExpress, and I just had fun sticking them on. And this one is from some clothes I bought, and that's just like the National Trust one you're meant to put in your car. Index haven't even come in. I literally wrote these out because I was like, that's the only thing I'd ever gonna put in really. Anything else then I can just put on this page, but I just don't use indexes. Another yearly welcome in the classic one-page way that I do it each year. Now, if you remember from my last video, in this bullet journal I did my future logs like this, the very classic back in 2017, this is how everyone did their future logs. Now I decided that I didn't need that much space, and I didn't need to see the calendar, so rather than have like half of the page taken up with the calendar, I just split it so that I could fit a whole year onto 2 pages. It gave me enough room to write in any dates that I might have, and I did it for the next 2 years. I find this is a way better way to do future logs. If you're setting up a bullet journal and you think, I don't want to waste loads of time doing all this, I'd just say scrap it. This is the way that works for me. You could even do less space, because that's the only block which I've actually used quite a bit. Grid spacing, which is from Amanda Rachel Lee. I'd never really used this because I was using the same spreads over and over again. I just flicked the spread and see what the spacing was, so I don't find that useful. Never filled this out, did do the things, just wasn't going to log it. I really love this. I think it's such a great addition. So just a simple grid to write in and show exactly all the different themes that I did, and I just think it's a pretty page. Like, obviously I don't need that. I was really loving the idea of doing monthly themes, so I did a theme list, some title ideas, washi swatches. I wouldn't do these pages again, and I actually didn't in my next one. My 2020 accomplishments, not much happened that year. Surviving lockdowns in the UK is about the biggest accomplishment. Places I've been, and then I wanted to do everywhere that I visited in 2020. Obviously it turned out that 2020 wasn't probably the best year to try and do this, but I've literally written down like my home village, my hometown, my home city, like everywhere I've gone. I've left these because this is where I went on holiday. So just to give an example, like Newquay and Perranporth are right next to each other, but I want to know everywhere I visited, because I think that'd be so cool to look back and like we were camping a lot when I was a kid, and I'm like, Mum's like, yeah, you've been here, and I'm like, have I? Like, because it's just a random town. So yeah, and then I've just got some places that I want to visit in the future. Then films to watch, I'm not that into watching films. Like, if there's something I want to watch, it'll get watched. Games, I love playing games. Then year in pixels, this is the furthest I managed to get. Last time I think I managed to get to May, this time I got to the beginning of July, so getting a bit better. Birthdays, and I filled this in when I was like finishing up this bullet journal, so I really didn't use that page. Then comes into January, really cute January calendar. I like having the like dates big, but it did kind of make it a bit hard to read things, and it's a bit busy. Then in the holidays, I was sticking to this where I have my events, my tasks, and then journaling. Events, tasks, journaling, and then I decided that I would do it a bit differently. So I've got my events, my tasks, and then my weekly tasks. So I have each of my modules, what I want to do for each of my modules, whether I did it, and then just space to write in anything else. So these are just some notes, for, like I was watching a video about essays that my uni put out for us, so just some notes, what I needed to make the mints, yeah, just somewhere for me to write whatever I wanted, and then having a bit more space to journal, because this wasn't quite enough. I was starting to really enjoy journaling. So this is the layout I think I use for the whole of this journal in when it's term time. So this is just my events, tasks, my like weekly, like I have to do each week tasks, and then anything that's like a one-off task. So like I missed my lectures that this stands for didn't go. So I needed to catch up on them, so then I need to write them out because they're not in the every week I need to do these. Then journaling, and it literally just repeats like this. I'm trying different things to fill up this little box. Tried doing habit trackers, tried just writing down in my mood, but then that's repeating the year in pixels. So yeah, just seeing different things. And then a classic photo collage. Then going into February, monthly calendar with not much written in it, events, tasks, general to-dos, writing in what week it is in uni, and then yeah, again journaling and habit tracker. This was obviously reading week, so I didn't have any lectures, so I didn't need the books that I printed out. Back to things, I decided I didn't want to annotate slides anymore, so that's gone off my weekly to-do list, but I printed these all out before the beginning of term, so still says that. Just yeah, repeating this. And then February and March I combined because I think I didn't leave myself with room for March. Yeah, then just literally continuing on. Not necessarily always doing the daily journaling, but kind of when I want to, going back, well, mainly when I remember and I have time, going back and doing it. This week I was ill, and this is just before we go into lockdown. So I travelled home here and I didn't go back to uni for the rest of this year. So I might have had coronavirus this time. I couldn't taste things, and that was before that was one of the symptoms of COVID. But I didn't see anyone, I just stayed in bed. And then this is just like a master revision list for my summer exams, because I'd obviously set this up, and so this is the Easter holiday, so rather than like writing out my weekly to-dos, I just do a big to-dos and then more general, so just kind of having them because I set it up this way, and still having my events and tasks and putting in my workouts. Journaling smaller because I'm at home, I don't really have as much to say. And then April, yeah, so I didn't want to do a starter page for April, which meant I missed the March ending, so that's why February and March were on the same page for my photos. I really like how this lavender looks. Then I tried a slightly different layout. I'd obviously set it up and then Tipp-Ex'd out, so I still have my daily kind of, I didn't have any events, we were in lockdown, I didn't need an events bit, so I just did tasks and events, like going for a walk was my only event, then tasks and my weekly goals, just because I knew I wouldn't need that many for tasks, because I was still using these master to-do lists. So, and then having my journaling so that it was all on one page. So I just tried doing that for a couple of weeks. Tried April habit trackers, things to do in lockdown, things I baked in lockdown. Just continuing on. I obviously had a bit of a break where I didn't use it, kind of this week and the beginning of this week, but then going back in and filling in and starting to really use it. Yeah, so just continuing on the same layout, getting rid of this section because I didn't really feel like I needed it, so then just kind of journaling and writing in the next day so that I could journal however much I wanted. And then April pictures, all outside, seeing my boyfriend. May, kind of, our exams were weird. They were 24 hours, so they'd start on one day and go to the next day, so it's kind of strange. So that's why this calendar looked so hectic. I don't know why I didn't just leave them on the one day, but it was because this exam started at 2 and went till 2 the next day. But I only had an hour to do it, but I could do it at any point in that stage, so I should have just written them on the day that I was going to do them. I went to do the like writing out and just journaling whenever I wanted, but I didn't do it, so I just came back and put a quote on this page, just journaling about each exam because I didn't really have much to do. And then May, I think in between there I've gone back and put in my uni grades that I got. June. I really like how this turned out. I was really bored. I used masking tape and it actually ripped up, which is why the June is like a bit weird coloured, because some of it's on like rough ripped up paper. And then I doodled these on Procreate, and because I bought myself Procreate, and so I just stuck those in there, and I really like how this looks at the top. Tried doing a doodle a day because you're in lockdown, don't have much to do, and then just literally having tasks and events, and then just some space in the middle really. And then July, I was so excited. I spent ages setting this up. It's going to be amazing. I'd really enjoyed June. How much did I use of it? Let's have a look. So I only got halfway through the Doodle a Day challenge. I did quite a bit of journaling. And then, oh no, I did get through. Oh, I knew there was a whole week that was blank. Yeah, just 1 week blank. Then some pictures of July, and then I didn't even set up properly for August because, as you can see, at the end of July I had not done it. I can't remember if I came in afterwards, like around here, to do it when I got back from Cornwall, but yeah, just then some pictures of Cornwall and some pictures from August. Then I've got September, obviously thinking I'm going to be back to events and tasks, but I'm still not that busy. So just events, tasks, and a bit of journaling and some photos. Then another month with nothing written on it. I think September didn't have anything written on it, yeah. Just completely blank calendar. I really like how I decorated them though, just with a bit of washi. And then back to uni, again having my events, tasks, blank page and journaling. Using sticky notes for things like I want to do each week, when I want to need to have things done. So it was very weird because everything was online. So like research methods, I had a online Q&A session on a Monday. So although I didn't need to have everything done by then, like I just needed to have everything done by the exams. We're in October the 5th and my only deadline is for the exam that's in January. So I was kind of trying to work out when I would want things done by. More journaling, again trying to figure out what I'll use for this, so just kind of writing what I had for dinner. Then obviously uni started picking up a bit more, so I did have events, to-dos, journaling, dinners again. And then getting, no, this is still all October, I just used orange for the Halloween week. And then just some little pictures of basically my boyfriend's birthday and my negative COVID test. But I had to isolate for quite a while, I think, because one of my friends who I saw tested positive. Just doing the small November calendar like I did in my last bullet journal, because I wasn't using them. So I didn't see the point in making like a cover page and then a calendar that didn't get used. So I tried just having that, and I think that really does work in terms of saving pages, but I do quite like doing the front page. So I guess it depends how much time I have. So then just really repeating, say it like for the 100th time, event, tasks, general to-dos for the week, and then journaling. And here you can see I start breaking it up into, this is for each module, module and my lit survey, and then anything else, and then other uni stuff. Just so that I can kind of look and go, okay, I need to get this done for Monday, this done for Thursday, this done whenever in the week. So yeah, just more journaling, really enjoying having it split up. Just, yeah, again, the same thing. Then some revision plans. Then doing the December again. I really like how it looks with the red and green. And December's always the most busy month because we go home and things like the dentist and eye checkup and everything gets crammed in while we're at home. But just continuing on with the same layout, obviously getting to the end of terms and not having anything really to do that isn't revision, like I've got to start my revision and I'd set up a separate revision plan. Just more journaling. I got some stickers from AliExpress, I think in like the first week of January, and I just really wanted to see how it would look like to fill in these gaps. So I just came in and like on this day we got sourdough, and I just thought that I just said had a typical holiday day, so thought they were quite fitting. So just trying out all of the stickers. I got these in a Christmas cracker, and just more Christmassy stickers, and just yeah, more things just writing in. I wanted to put a gingerbread house recipe, and then I've got quite a few pages left. I think I did do some like at the back I did some through. I did pen tests on this side of the page, but just kind of anything that's really personal journaling that like I don't even want to look at back myself. I just kind of stick it in the back, because then I can just write for as long as I want and it doesn't interrupt anything that I've set up. So this was just a quick flip through of my 2020 bullet journal. You can see that I have settled on a layout that works really well for me. This is the layout that I use still to this day. So my layout kind of evolved from this one, which was just having this, to spreading it out to be 4 pages per week and just giving myself more room, which I guess maybe I didn't need as much when everything was in person, but trying to organise myself when we're in lockdown it's obviously a lot harder, so I needed a lot more room to do that all. So thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave down below any comments you have about any questions you have, or just anything you want to say really in terms of how your planning style differs or is similar to mine. And I hope to see you in my next video, which will be flipping through my 2021 bullet journal. And thank you for watching.